Hello guys, and welcome to another one of my PC build videos. The reason behind this one is a friend of mine, a very close friend of mine, approached me and said that he'd seen my previous PC build video and wanted me to look at his PC for him. He mainly uses it for work. He wants to do a little bit of video editing on it, but it's just too slow. So I said, yeah, cool, no worries. Bring it over. I'll come over and collect it, and I'll go and have a look, and we'll see what we can do. Maybe slap an SSD in it. He said it's a bit old, but that's literally it. That's all of the information I was given. He doesn't really know a massive amount about computers. He used to back in the day, but he's well and truly out of it now, and has been for a long time. So he's asked me to look at it, and yeah, so he literally knows nothing about the inside of the computer at all. Apart from it's slow as buggery. So I go over there and I'm expecting a sort of 10-year-old, maybe, sort of tower, running something like Windows 7 or whatever on it, you know, with an older style graphics card or something on it. What I was not expecting was this. Yeah. When he brought it out, I was like, "Are you serious? Is this what you've actually been using to do?" Now, bear in mind, he does run his own business, so he does all of his accounting and all of that stuff on this. And I tried booting this up, and it takes about 5-10 minutes. And when I say 5-10 minutes, I class a boot up from the time you switch the button to the time you can actually use the computer without any delay. So not as soon as you get into Windows and you're clicking all the icons and you're waiting for it all to load. As soon as those icons start loading, or when an icon will actually respond, that's when I class as how long it takes to boot. So yeah, this took a long time to boot. I haven't had to wait this. I haven't had to make a go and make a cup of tea and drink a cup of tea in the time it takes a PC to boot for a very, very, very long time. So yeah. So what's in here, you might ask, in case you're drastically interested, is not a massive amount, to be honest. Let's see about getting some close-up shots in. All right, so inside, underneath the nice big massive cooler, is an Intel Core Duo E4400, a 2-core chip running at about 2 gigahertz, which is quite slow. You can just about see them in there. Is 4 gig of DDR2. I think it's running like 332, 333, something like that. Yeah, so not a lot of RAM. Now this, I have checked, this system has got Windows 7 on it. So it wasn't as old as I thought, but then I don't know if someone else has put Windows 7 on it for him before. I didn't really ask. So there's obviously an optical drive. The 3.5-inch hard drive is hiding at the back. Power supply here. And then we've got these shenanigans here. So the problem I have is he wants to do a little bit of video editing on it and stuff like that, which this is currently using its onboard graphics, which is fine if you're running a office-based machine, which is what this would have originally been designed for. It would have been in a bank or, you know, in a business, and literally, you know, there wouldn't have been a lot it was being thrown at. However, the biggest issue I have in terms of graphics wise is this. Now, it's had a riser slot adjuster thing. I don't know what, word fails me for what it is now. But the problem is yes, it will take a graphics card in the side here, a 2-slot one. But there are 2 issues with that. Number 1, the power supply is in the way. And number 2, the slot that these plug into, if I flick this little thing out real quick, and then lift this out, is it's not running in the PCIe 16 one. It's running in the it just says slot 2, and I highly doubt this has got two PCIe 16s on it. So even if I was to put a graphics card in this, or find one small enough to fit, it's not going to run very well. So yeah, so I'm sitting here thinking, crap, it's not going to be a lot I can do with this. So what can we do? I'll tell you what we can do. We can build him a new one. I think that'd be a much better idea, don't you? So I have just the parts in mind. And so this is what we're going with. Remember this old girl from our making our larger, older PC even smaller and looking more older. And yeah, so I've told him about the case. I've told all that he knows right now is that the case is too small for me to work in, and fit a graphics card in if I've got one, and I need to put it in a bigger case. So he said, yeah, cool, no worries, do what you got to do. So he has absolutely no idea what I'm doing. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not Jay's 2 cents, I'm not Linus Tech Tips, I'm not Bitwit, I haven't got thousands of pounds worth of gear lying around to build him a new RX 2080 system with a, AMD Threadripper and all that stuff chucked in it. This is what I have got spare, and to be honest, it is a significant upgrade over what he's got already. So what do we have? Well, on this nice little Asus Evo board here, we have an AMD Phenom 2, which is a 4-core processor running at 3.2 gigahertz. Backing that up, we have 8 gigabytes of DDR3 at 1333 megahertz. So already we've doubled his RAM, we've doubled his core count, we've nearly doubled his speed, and we actually have a board we can actually do stuff with. So a little nice, I think this is a Cooler Master. I think it's Cooler Master. Yeah, nice beefy Cooler Master cooler to keep our CPU cold. I've got him a new Corsair 550 watt power supply. I've donated my R9 270 2 gig graphics card, so he can actually do a bit of the light video editing work that he wants to do. A dual layer DVD writer. Now, I know that's a bit old-fashioned for these days, but he specifically requested one because he wants to be able to do a hard backup of all his office files for his business and stuff like that. So that's why this goes here, and this has got the bays for it. Anyway, we've got a Samsung 7200 RPM, 1 terabyte long-term storage, and 240 gig SSD for it, and a couple of extra fans for cooling. So yeah. So this is basically what we're going to be building for him today, possibly tomorrow, depending on how my time goes. So yeah, I'll get all the camera set up for the over the head shot, and I suppose we'll get into it. All right.
One eternity later.
Okay guys, sadly all we've got time for today. I've got about 5 minutes before I've got to go and pick my daughter up from school. So obviously, as you can see from the speed clip, the motherboard is all in and pretty much mostly plugged up. We've got our 2 extra fans in. We had another mini battle getting the front of the case back on. Power supply's in. We started doing a little bit of cable management, just trying to get all the excess cables up out the way. We've still got graphics cards to do. We've still got the hard drive and the SSD to plumb in. I have just realised that the SSD they've sent me is the wrong one. I ordered a 240 gig and they've sent me a 120. So I got a new one coming, but that's not going to be here, I don't think, till tomorrow, possibly Monday. So we might carry on with a bit more of the build, just try and finish everything off and get the cable. So literally all I've got to do is stick the SSD in it. We'll see how we go. But yeah, thanks for watching guys. Don't forget to leave a rating, subscribe, make sure you press the bell icon, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you later. Bye bye.